Welcome back to this section, and for this section we'll be looking at the things we'll be doing in this particular course outline. We'll be looking at the add new tab, the zoom in and zoom out, entering data, that is type on and in cell. We're going to explain all of that. Let's move to the first one, which is adding a new tab. So I have my cell now, so I want to add a new tab. Okay, so to create a new tab simply is by clicking on the plus button. You can create as much as you want. All right, that is how to create new tabs. So let's say I was working on this particular number, I was working on this particular cell or this particular sheet. And then I want to do something else. I can just come over to the next. I can just come over and create. That is if I've not created before. In my case, I've already created. So you can create as much as you can. And you can also delete. You can also delete them. You can also rename them by double clicking. Then rename them to what you want. Sheet. Or let's say sleep. Food. When you're done, you okay it. Or you can right click. Then see rename. Okay. That is how to create a tab and also rename and delete the tab. Let's see the next one on our list. Zoom in and zoom out. So let's say I was writing something, I was writing food, and I noticed that the fonts I can't really see, they're too small. So I can decide to zoom. How do you zoom? You zoom simply by, first of all, come down here, you see your minus and your plus. So plus is to zoom out, or zoom in rather, while the minus is to zoom out. Okay, so another way to do this with your shortcut, if you're like me that love shortcut, do your control plus your alt button, then use the plus button and it zoom. Your control plus your alt button and then the plus button to zoom in, then zoom out also. You can also do this too by using your mouse. Click on your plus button and use your mouse, scroll up to zoom, then want to zoom back in, you drag back again. So that's how to zoom in and zoom out on the Excel worksheet. Let's look at the next one. For the next one, entering data, that is to type on and in cell. So what does it mean to type on cell? So if I keep my mouse here, I can type on it at once. Enter. All right, that's on cell. Now let's say I've gone out of that cell now. If I come back on that same cell to type something, let's say I want to correct something, I want it to be entered, not enter. That means I have to add ed. If I just go ahead and do my ed, it will replace the other ones I've typed before. And that brings us to entering in cell. In cell, you have to click it. You have to double click it to allow you edit what you've already written. So I can now add my ed. All right, so that's different between entering on cell and in cell. Also, let's assume I want to edit this. So instead of editing on the cell, all in the cell, you just go to the formula bar, to the bar here, and do your edits. Okay, so whatever you do here will correspond with what you'll be doing here, which will be reflecting on what you're doing here. That is how to type on cell and in cell. Let's see the next one we have on our list. Selecting the whole table. So let's take for instance, now I have this data set and I want to select the whole table. So one best way to select the whole table, you come down here, you can hold down and drag to the end. That's nice too, okay? But if you want to select the whole workbook, just come here, come to this point and click once. It selects everything for you. All right, it selects the whole workbook. That is how to select the whole table at once. I hope that was clear. Let's move on now to the next one we have on our list. Inserting rows and columns. So I have this my data set, and assuming I want to have a cell here where I can write something, so I can insert a new column. Simply, if I want the column here, I have to click here. All right, so when you click on this top bar here, okay, you right click, then you see insert. So it will give me a new column to the left. All right, so I cannot input what I want. I cannot input whatever I want. Then you can also delete the same thing by also clicking and right click delete. Okay, Now what if I want to put the cell by the right? You come to the next one, all right? Right click and insert. So I have my new column. That is how to insert column. Now let's see how to insert rows. To insert rows, the same method, come to the end of it, okay, where you see the arrow bar, the arrow button, click on it, select, then right click and insert. You have a new row. Assuming I want to create 5 new rows at the same time, how do I do this? You highlight 5 rows, 1 2 3 4 5. Now once you highlight these 5 rows, you right click and insert. This will give us 5 new rows at the same time. So that is how to create rows and columns in Excel worksheet. Let's look at the next one. Selecting rows, columns to the end. We want to see how to select rows and column to the end. So I have this here now. I have my row starts from here down to this part. So one bit easy way to do this now, you click on the cell you want. If you keep your mouse to this end, all right, you see this arrow, click on it, it selects down, but then it selects to the end of it. Okay, that's what this does. Now what if I want to select just from here? You can keep your cursor on the first one, press your shift button, and then go to the end. It highlights everything at once. Okay, what I did is you keep your mouse on the first one, press the shift button and go to the end. It selects it at once. Same with your row. I'll keep my mouse here, come to the end with your shift button, select. It selects all at once. Okay, so without using your mouse, you can also achieve this now by clicking on the first one, press your shift and your control button, then press your arrow to the right. It alerts at once. Okay, then what you want to come down, all right, since you've already gotten to the end of it, you press your down button with your control and your shift button already pressed. Press your down button and you have everything highlighted at the same time. That is how to highlight your rows to the end or your columns to the end or the entire table. Let's see the next one, adjusting the columns. So now I want to see how to adjust columns. If you look carefully here, okay, for our data set, everything is complete. For in some cases, you would find out that some of the cell will be too compacted, like this. Now you see, for instance, product, I still need to adjust it. So now, how do I adjust this cell? How do I adjust these columns? All right, you can adjust the column one after the other. You can adjust it one after the other. You just come to the top here where this arrow changes to plus, not the regular plus, but this type of plus. All right. Once it's settled, you click and hold, then move it to how long you want it. All right. So let's do that for this too. Click, drag. Okay, communication is still cut, so let's drag too. Okay, you can do that gradually. Okay, that's how to adjust. Same with your rows. You can do the same thing with your rows. Okay, keep the mouse at the end of it, all right, and adjust. But then let me show you how to do everything automatically. So I want to adjust all of them at the same time so that each cell, each column will fit in every word. You just highlight everything, come to this bar. I showed you how to highlight the entire workbook. Come here, click on it, all right? Or you can just come here, okay? You can just come here and highlight everything if you want. All right, but then let's not waste our time. Let's just click on this one. Then come to any of them, okay? Any of them, any of the line, any of the column. Come there, double click. It expands, see? It expands all at once and fits in every word. So that is how to adjust your columns and your rows. Let's move on to the next one we have on our list. Protecting a sheet. So let's assume that I have a formula that I don't want anybody to tamper with. So now this particular cell here, I did something here and I don't want anybody to access it. Okay, I can protect this particular cell by coming here, come down to your review. On your review, you will see protect sheet. So click on the protect. If you click on the protect now, so you select what you want to, you select the particular one you want to what you want to do. So I want to lock cells. Select unlock cells. So I want to lock cells. So you press on OK. So if I come here now, if I come here to click on it, it will show me protected. All right. It will show me protected. I can access it. If I come here to do it, show me protected, that I can access it. All right. So that is how to protect your sheet. I cannot protect it again. Okay. Now you can also decide to this protect sheet or protect only this sheet. So if I come to the next one here, let me assume I have another one here. See, it's not protected, right? Because I only protected this sheet. But if I want to protect everything, both this sheet and the others, I'll come to protect workbook. Okay, of course you can put your password if you want, but I don't want to put any password, so I'll just do OK. So let's move on to the next one on our list. Using freeze panes. What is freeze panes? So assuming I have this, I have a very long data set that expands down to 1,000 rows and also let's say 500 columns, and I want to make sure that my labels, my column titles are always showing. That is where we use the freeze panes. So I'll come down here, and how do you freeze this now? Come to your view. Come to your views. You see freeze panes. You click on the arrow button. How do you want to freeze it? Do you want to freeze just the column? If that's what you want. If you want to freeze just the rows, you come here. If you want to freeze just the columns, you come here. But if you want to freeze both of them, which is what I like doing, click on this one. This is our title, and this is our column. So you see, if I scroll down now, this first one will not move. They will remain where they are. You see? Okay, you see that, right? They remain where they are. Same goes with this part here. If I scroll down here, okay, are you seeing that? That's how to freeze. Let's unfreeze it. Let's unfreeze it because I don't want it for now. View, freeze, unfreeze. So see now, if I move now, see everything is moving at once, right? So that's the beauty of freezing and unfreezing your columns. Let's move on to the next one. So the last one for this series is flash fill. What is flash fill? Take for instance now, I want to write something. Let's create a new column here. Insert. So I want to give the first two letters from each of this column. The first two letters. So let's say the first one is WA, right? Next one is CA. See, Excel has suggested the others for me. All right, it will suggest the orders for you, but in case it doesn't, you go down to your flash fill, come to your data, and look at this sign here. This is called your flash fill. If you click on it now, it will study your pattern. To study the pattern you already have here, then fill up the orders for you. So let's click on it. See, it studied my pattern and also made the orders for me. Do you understand? That is how to use your flash fill. It will save your time. Okay, instead of retyping, it does the magic for you. Okay, that's the end of this particular series. We'll move on to the next outline.